I'm Kayla.
I'm Anna. This is Laughs and Legacies.
Welcome back to Laughs and Legacies. We are so excited for today. We have a great episode for you guys with a great theme of bad dates.
I was talking to my girlfriends before this. I was asking, do you guys have any bad date stories? And I thought that they would have so many. We've been on a lot of group dates together, and we always, complain about men together, of course. It's what the girls are for. And my friend Mia, I said, by the way, you have any bad date stories you want to share on the pod? She says, I can't think of any. How ironic. Maybe I should stop complaining about men.
I love Mia.
I love her too.
She is so funny because that's kind of true. I feel like everyone kind of does that. You complain and you're like, I guess I don't have a story.
I've had far more good dates than I have bad dates.
That's good.
Our first bad date story submission is from our auntie Heather. She says, there was only one date that I thought was horrible, and it was because the guy made me feel stupid. He said, do you want to go to the movies? And I said yes. So he picks me up and we go to the movie theater, and we stood in this long line to buy tickets. When it was our turn to pay for our tickets, he looked at me and said, I don't have enough money.
What a dog.
Right in front of the employee. And so she said, I reached into my purse and I handed him money for both of us. It wasn't...
Wait, he couldn't even pay for his own ticket?
I guess. For
What
both
a
of
dog.
them. Whoa. She says, that wasn't even the bad part. We walked into the building and he says, so do you want any snacks? I just looked at him like, are you for real? Oh my gosh, this guy has a pair, let me tell you. She says, it made me feel so dumb. If he didn't have any money, he should have done something different, like play games or go for a walk or a bike ride. You don't just invite someone to go if you're not prepared.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of controversy in that nowadays with who pays for dates and you split the bill. And I'm like, for me, how it's always been, if you ask on the date, you pay for the date. I've asked guys on dates and I have paid for the date. But if a guy asks me out, pay for my date.
Yeah.
That's it. That's so weird that he did that. Poor Auntie Heather.
No, that guy had some audacity.
And for snacks, too. What a bum.
I'm going to have to ask her for the age range of, like, how old they were when this happened, because that is audacious.
Yeah, they were, like, both adults.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yikes.
Mm-mm. Awesome. Well, our next story is actually from our sister-in-law, McKeely. So, she went on a group date. Oh, we didn't ask for her age in this either. I want to know age ranges. It makes stories better. I'm guessing she's...
What?
I was just going to say it's probably like 17 to 18.
Yeah, I'm imagining that too.
Okay. We're on the same page. So, she went on a group date with some of her best friends, and it was a girl-ask guy date. And they decided to do a photo scavenger hunt. And then when they went, they split into two groups. Obviously, competition. Those are the best kind of dates. So, just to preface something, McKeely and her best friend both worked with McKeely's date's mom. So, we'll just zip that over there, just so you know that. So, they started the date at Target to do the first item, which was an ugly purple dress. And as part of the game, you had to take a picture of somebody wearing the dress as well. So when they found the dress, McKeely's date had put it on. So they took the picture for proof. Since they got the first item, they continued on with the scavenger hunt. But whenever somebody took out their phone to take a new picture of that next item, her date would interject and go, don't you dare show anyone that picture of me in that dress. And Keely was like, I'm planning on posting these photos on Facebook, like of our date. And he's like, don't post that picture. Don't you dare post that picture. Like, flipping out about it. He would not let it go the whole night. Just kept pestering her the whole time. And so she finally was like, okay, I won't post the pictures. Drop it. Let's be done. And so once she finally gave in, he stopped bugging her. But the conversation of the whole night just completely died. Like, he wouldn't talk. The other boy that was her best friend's date, he didn't really talk. And so it was basically just McKeely and her best friend talking about Harry Potter and other nerdy stuff that they like. And just to, fill in the empty space. So at the end of the date, they went back to McKeely's house to show the pictures, prove seeing who won the game and of the scavenger hunt. And then, of course, they just talked and hung out for a while. So then McKeely started to drive her date home. And I guess part of their conversation about Harry Potter was about speaking Parseltongue. And so he asked her, "Oh, so I hear you speak Parseltongue." And she answered, I guess so. So he's like, "Okay, you need to speak it to me." She's like, "What? That's so weird. Why would you ask me that?" But he, kept bugging her just the whole drive home. It was like a 15-minute drive. And he's like, "I'm not getting out of this car until you talk to me in Parseltongue." And she's like, "This is so weird." But to get him to shut up and to leave, she said the famous Parseltongue line from Harry Potter. If you're a fan, you know the line I'm talking about. You know how it sounds and everything. So he thought it was so cool. And then he finally left. And as he was leaving the car, he goes, "Well, I'll definitely be calling you again." In her mind, she's going, "Please don't. I really don't want to hear from you again." So she just thought it was weird the whole night because he kept pestering her about the picture and then wouldn't leave her car till she spoke Parseltongue. Just so weird. And so remember that in the beginning I mentioned that she worked with his mom? Yeah, she went to work the next day and said, "I'm not going on another date with him." She told her mom, "I'm not going on another date with him." And so she never heard from this guy again.
That would be such a green flag if you went on a photo scavenger hunt and then the guy tried on the dress and then he's like, "Oh my goodness, you should post that. That's hilarious. It's so fun." I feel like that'd be so fun.
I mean, not even a green flag that he wanted it post, but just that he wouldn't care.
Yeah, that's it.
"Oh yeah, I was being funny. Yeah. We were on a fun date." Red flag that he was freaking out.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know it's a joke. It's just for fun.
Oof. This next one is a submission from my friend Christelle. She titled it Eager RM. For those of you who don't know, RM stands for Returned Missionary. She says, "This is more of a third date bad story, but all of them are important. Haha. Let's travel back to June of 2022. I was fresh out of high school. I met this guy swing dancing who just got home from his mission the month prior. I thought he was cute and he didn't know how to swing dance, so I taught him 3 moves that I knew. We did those 3 on repeat the whole night."
That's a long night.
Maybe they just had a really good conversation,
That's good.
I didn't give him my number, but the next day he found me on Facebook.
Wow, that was quick.
The missionary.
The missionary is good at Facebook, man.
He found me on Facebook, then messaged me to ask me out. I didn't know this until after our second date, but he wrote about me in his journal, saying something along the lines of, "I met a beautiful girl at swing dancing. I was
Wait, he told her?
I guess.
That's so weird. Sorry, continue.
I met a girl at swing dancing. I was drawn to her energy and smile. I feel I was brought here tonight to meet her." She writes, she just wrote, "Crazy, huh?"
Ew.
We went hiking that night, which was fine. Vibes were there, but I wasn't looking for anything serious. He then invited me to Sunsplash the next day.
He's like, "Every night, we're going to hang out every single night."
She says it wasn't just us at Sunsplash. I had to drive since his AC was out or his AC was broken. At Sunsplash, I met his mom,
Ew.
sister,
Ew.
family ward bishop, and his wife.
I'm so cringe.
I didn't know they would be there. I'm good with family, but I was not expecting to meet them in my swimsuit, no makeup, and wet hair. Can you imagine meeting someone's family at Sunsplash? I can't imagine Christelle looking bad, but even still, you probably don't feel your best at Sunsplash. She says, We ended up being together that day from 11 a.m. till midnight.
That's the longest day ever.
Oh my gosh, Christelle. After that day, he acted like we were a couple and would get upset if I talked to other guys. Oh, she writes in parentheses, this next part is the bad date. That Monday, which was 4 days after we met, he was dropping me off after our date. He had never had a first kiss before. He asked me to kiss him.
The asking. I don't get that. That makes no sense to my brain.
I'm gonna move on from that. She says, back then I thought it was cute, but looking back, I find that cringe. Anyways, I kissed him, and it was the worst kiss of my life. Oh no, she describes it. Just think puppy dog tongue with a side of lips. Christelle! After that, he asked me to be his girlfriend, but I shot him down by using my mission as an excuse. But
it's not an excuse, doesn't she? She has her call now, right?
Oh, she does now, but that is a good excuse too, honestly. He then asked if we could be... Oh, shoot, this guy! He has audacity too. He says, he then asked if we could be makeout friends to practice his kissing. He got shot down for that one too. He's married now, so he can practice more than just kissing with his wife. Christelle!
I'm actually shook. What? The fact that she wrote that last line too, he can practice more than just kissing with his wife. That was quick.
Return missionaries, they also have audacity. That is crazy.
Maybe Heather's date was a return missionary, you know. Same thing. I love it. I just keep looking at it going, ew.
Yeah. That was all of our submissions and stories for this episode. For the next episode, we're doing spooky stories.
Scary stories, and, you know, to be in Halloween mood, we'll be dressing up as well.
Oh, yeah. Be prepared. Kay looks really cute. I'm going to look a little... You'll see.
Let's leave it like that.
Yeah. For the bad date not bad date stories, excuse me. The spooky stories, the scary stories. They don't have to be actually scary stories like Michael Myers stuff. It doesn't have to be like that. I think I might actually share a story about, like, accidentally eating a bug, okay? That was scary to me. They can range from scary to funny, lighthearted, spooky, okay? We want it all. But that's all we have, right?
Yep. That's all we got for you guys. So we'll see you next time.
See ya.